All right, you are tuned into the SpotCheck podcast here on 91.1 KLSU. I'm your host, Nick Frewin, also known as Nick at Night. And today I have a special guest, actually a groundbreaking guest, Sunscxpe. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay, man.
Doing. Can you, for the camera, can you just introduce yourself, kind of give them an idea of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, why not? My name is Lucas or Looper. Artist name Sunscxpe. That's Sunscxpe, an X instead of an A. I do indie, a little bit of R&B. I used to do rap, heavily inspired by Brazilian jazz, contemporary modern jazz. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so we're just gonna get straight into it with the question. So I have a question. It's a hard question, just so you know.
Okay.
You're on a desert island. You have a record player. You can only pick 3 records. No, I know. I used to ask 1, but the one's really hard. So 3. Sorry to put you on the spot first thing as you walk in. I feel like it's the best way for us to get to know you.
Okay.
Here at SpotCheck. We're putting you on the spot, and we're gonna check what's going on.
First one. I mean, it's got to be in Rio.
Okay.
Luis Bonfa.
I'm not aware. Okay. I'm not familiar.
He's a Brazilian jazz guitarist.
Okay.
Probably my favorite one.
Okay.
Next to this other guy, Garoto.
I've heard of Grotto. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah.
So that's
that
in
one
there.
for sure.
What was it called?
In Rio.
In Rio.
In Rio.
In Rio. Okay. In
Yeah.
Rio. Okay. 2 more.
Probably, Djangoology.
Okay.
Django Reinhardt.
Okay.
Okay. And my last one. You know what? I'm gonna say, man, you threw me for a loop here.
No, I know. Yeah, Looper. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? I'd say Salad Days.
Salad. Okay. These are
Yeah.
solid. Also, and even though you don't look like Mac DeMarco or anything like that, very much Mac DeMarco vibes. Does that make sense? Like
Definitely,
not even like the fashion tape, but like just like the energy. Does that
Really?
make? Yeah. Like I don't
That's
know how to.
cool.
Like you have very. Well, everyone I've had in here has great energy, but your energy is very inviting. I don't know how to. It's very indie. I don't know if that makes sense, but no, that's yeah.
That's my favorite stuff right there.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
because I remember when we were at the rave event when I virtually knew you, but that doesn't really. I think we talked about that. That doesn't
Yeah.
like. I never know how to handle that. You know what I mean? Like,
It's hard, bro.
right? Like it's
Yeah.
just like
These apps, man, and the internet. It's very hard to really get like a grip on like the type of people
Yeah.
that you're talking to. You know?
And some people think that like they'll come up to you like they do know you. That's why when I approached you, I was like, I had to introduce myself, like full name and everything. Because
Yeah.
I was like, you know what I mean? Like I don't. Because also when you social media, because you could present yourself as an amazing guy on social media, right? But you could be a fucking dickhead in real life. And you know what I mean? Like
Which is often the case.
Which is
You know what I mean?
which is often the case. Honestly, personally, I'm the type of guy. I wish that I wasn't on social media at all. Only time I'm on social media nowadays is for like promoting stuff like this.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really like. Like I don't know. Like I had some homies ask me like, "Dude, you never post your girlfriend?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I'm trying to gatekeep. Like I'm not like,
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't got. Why do I got to share of everybody?"
No, I get that. I get
right?
that. I'm very much the same way, especially now.
Yeah.
Because things have just been very different.
Mhm.
You know, like the detox from social media, like
Yeah.
it really brings like it allows you to feel.
Well, I think it's
You know
a
what I
it's a
mean?
dopamine.
Yeah.
Like it's like some guys that play a lot of video games or like masturbate to it, like shit like that. Like you get so much dopamine
Yeah.
going that you don't appreciate real
Yeah,
life.
you forget to
anymore.
live.
Yeah,
You know
go
what I
for a
mean?
walk. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Touch some grass.
Touch some fucking no. I know
Especially
some
the
guys
gamers.
who don't touch grass. And listen, I'm a gamer. I like gaming.
Me too.
But
Was.
yeah, I definitely was like because I definitely used to be a lot more of a gamer. I still game every once in a while now. But what was your favorite game? Okay, Desert Island, one game.
One game.
Yeah.
Rocket League.
Dude, that's so. Oh, so you were a grinder. That told me so much about you, right there.
Grand Champ, bro. Grand Champ.
I'm a Rainbow Six type of guy. So yeah.
I played
So,
Rainbow back in the day.
I'm Rainbow Overwatch shit like that. Rocket League I can never get into because it's a little
Really?
too. It's fun, but I only like this is a toxic trait, not toxic trait, but I like playing games I'm good at. And
Yeah.
Rocket League is like you're either good at it or you're not,
Very true.
and I'm not.
The learning curve is
it's-
like otherworldly on that game.
Well, dude, you think it's simple. You're like, oh, dude, soccer, cars,
Rocket
but no,
cars.
dude,
It's
it's
not.
not.
It's not.
No, it's not at all. But that applies to everything in life. Big learning curve. You know
Very
what
true.
I mean?
It's something else, bro. Like I don't know. I had to give it up.
I never would have guessed that.
Really?
Rocket League.
Really?
No, I don't know. When I think of Rocket League, respectfully, I think of like either like baseball frat boys who are gaming, like either those guys. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Definitely.
soccer kids type shit, or like
Yeah.
I don't know, like kids. Like you seem like someone who touches grass a lot. Well, you
I
said you
did.
used to play it a lot, so
Well,
maybe.
I'm about to say, yeah, I played it so much that I stopped touching grass for a little while.
I
You know what
was
I
in
mean?
high school. I was there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, trust me. I would just go to school and then game and then probably like smoke weed. That was
Dude,
like
yeah,
that was
same.
those. Like,
Same. I was
you have those things. What else do you need?
yeah, you don't really need much else. I was definitely in a lot of single player games back then.
Oh,
Like
man.
Fallout. Come on, man.
Dude,
Fallout.
I was
Skyrim.
playing Fallout 3 last night, bro.
3?
Yes.
Is that your favorite one?
I think New Vegas.
New Vegas. That's
Yeah.
the best story.
Right?
You know what I
Wait, dude, I love that we're talking about this right
Yeah,
now. What,
yeah,
what
yeah.
is what is your favorite?
It's hard for me. It's between.
I played the
4 and
OG
Vegas.
ones too.
Like 1 and
Like,
2.
yes. No, like
No
I swear to
way.
God, I did, bro.
Those
No.
were so unplayable for me.
Dude,
bro.
no, it is. It's much different. But the story, it's also like I like playing things through. Like I
Okay,
listen to
yeah.
music. You know what I mean? So I force fed myself those games, but they're really good. And the
Yeah.
story is like I think New Vegas 4 is also great.
Yes.
But so there's something about New Vegas that's just like
It's so because it kind of like the game is very like the barren wasteland.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, this sucks, and then you get to New
and there's
Vegas,
yeah.
and it's like, what am I going through right now? This
And
is
there's
crazy.
so much shit, and there's just like no, that game was my childhood, like Skyrim, like Oblivion,
Oh,
like
yeah.
no, I love single player game. Morrowind, like my favorite. If I had to pick, if you asked me that question about one video game, I would say it would be Twilight, not Twilight. Sorry, I don't know. Why I said Twilight, Zelda, but Twilight
Zelda.
Princess.
Twilight Princess.
That's the best one. I don't know if you ever played it.
I've played it.
That
That's a
is the
good
best
choice.
one. That
That's a good
is
choice.
like with like the animations in that when you play with the Wii stick, so you were actually like doing. I'm telling you, bro, that one.
You know, I'll give you that.
That
one. I'll
like
give you that.
that is a I'm trying to buy that Wii just so I can play that game again.
Yeah.
With my girl. Yeah. She's never played any Zeldas.
Dude, man.
Yeah.
That's a good choice, bro.
Right? Like
good
No,
choice.
thank you.
I personally would go Ocarina, or Wind Waker.
I like Wind Waker better.
'Cause I
Ocarina is
played it-
great. Yeah.
I played Wind Waker on GameCube. I grew up
Okay,
on
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like Ocarina, I came to it late. I'm not
No,
gonna
that's
lie.
fair. That's fair. No, yeah. No, I mean, so I have like an old Nintendo, like the old one, so I can play all like the original Zelda Mario. So I've been playing through those and like the original Final Fantasy.
Ooh,
I'm telling you, bro.
OG Final
Yeah.
Fantasy,
I've been getting it all. If you like that, dude, you would probably like the older Fallout. So just give it a try.
I might.
Just
I might.
I'm telling you, just like I'm really stoned. Okay, trust me. And
Okay.
then like.
I don't smoke much anymore, but I'll
Me
give it a
either,
try.
bro. Because it's the same thing with video games. Like if you smoke a lot, the dopamine, like you don't need
Goes
to do
away.
else. But if you do it, like for me, I just do it to sleep because I have trouble sleeping. So like
Really?
I like like an indica and like knocks your boy out.
I'm telling you, bro. Put you out real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like a Jeep or something like that. And I'd be straight gas and listen to. I feel like your music would be good to listen to.
Yeah, I think so.
I
I think it'd be some good stuff.
it's very
to game to.
calming. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Very. It kind of depends on what I'm going for.
Every
at
time
the
I walk
moment.
through a parking garage now, I always, even though it's not the one that you play at, but I'm always like, damn, like it'd be cool if like I just like you just heard it coming up, up or
You
down or something
do.
like that.
You
Yeah,
do.
like it would be very feel like a cinematic. You know what I mean?
It's cool, man, and it echoes. Like the
Yeah.
echo is crazy in
Yeah.
parking garages. I've had so many people come up to me and be like, "Yo, like, what do you do?"
Yeah,
I'm just like, "I just play."
just play. That's so dope. That's like so like. And one thing I like about it is the fact that like, because some people would, I'm not saying you shouldn't do this or should never do this, but some people would be like, they'd stream it, you know what I mean, make it a big thing where they release it. But it seems like you just do it just like it's a
Yeah.
therapy, like it's for you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And like, and for people in the moment, I appreciate the fuck out of that. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
man.
like, because nowadays everybody wants to promote it, and I do the same thing. Everyone wants to promote everything on digital media, and I get it. You know what I mean? That's to get more clicks, but you're just doing it for the sake of it,
Yeah,
which is
man.
beautiful.
I do it for me, and I do it for a bit of the. I do it kind of for the universe as well,
Yeah.
right? That's kind of actually where Sunscxpe came from.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing in the garage,
Mhm.
and I like to call it. I play for the sun,
Okay.
right? And I was playing for the sunset, as you do,
Yeah.
and
of course.
I don't know, man. I was playing like this progression, and it kind of just like really hit me here.
Yeah.
You know, like where everything you feel around you kind of just like. I don't know. It's like you can feel everything around you.
Yeah.
And like the chills hit you.
Yeah.
I like teared up, and like I just kept playing, and it just felt it was the most beautiful feeling that I'd felt in a really
That
long
sounds
time.
nice. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's stuff like that, like moments like that. I'm not a musician, so I can't. But you know what I mean. But just like I said, therapeutic. You know what I mean? And whenever I say therapeutic, sometimes people are like, oh, you know what I mean, like in a bad way. No, like therapeutic is like a good. Like it's just like You know what I'm saying? I think
Definitely.
there's a stigma on therapy. You know what I mean? Like if you go to therapy, you have issues. I think everybody should go to therapy. Like,
agree.
Like you know what I mean? Even
an
if you got
extent.
nothing going on with you,
Yeah,
it can help you think through things. You know what I mean? Like that's
definitely.
like that probably helped me when I started going like 3 or 4 years ago. Got me through the video game. You know what I mean? Because you're like, dude, I am kind of being a fucking loser right now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, it. You know,
but you're having fun, so
it is fun.
it is fun. That's
Yeah.
the issue. It's
It-
too fun.
It is.
It's
too
like
fun.
social media.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It has a way of sucking you in and not letting you go until you're ready.
Because what's the point? What's the point of like, all right, because if you can just eat food at home, you know what I mean? Mom and dad bring you, bagel bites or whatever the fuck. I never had that, but you know what I mean? You know the meme,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They're bringing you bagel bites and then you smoke a little bit of weed. If you're smoking weed in gaming, dude, you can. I know guys who are stuck there for years, like guys that are still like, because it's hard to, you know what I mean? Like, because I think it's an instant gratification thing versus long term. Like like your music stuff, right? Playing it like that's long term. Because you to learn. You know what I mean?
It's the long game.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I feel like it's better for your soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, definitely. And I mean, that's kind of like why I gave up gaming for real. You know, I sold my PC to a buddy of mine who, you know, he loves gaming, but even he wants to give it up now, you know, because he's seen how I was just like, you know, like I spend probably more time gaming than I do on guitar in an average day as of the last year. And that was bothering me. You know what I mean? Because like I owe it to myself and I owe it to the universe to continue to learn and continue to develop the craft that I have going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, and I agree. It doesn't even have to be in the guitar sense, but it's just like, because also in the long run, like 20 years from now, right? Because when this is why I really stopped gaming, I was like, dude, like say I gamed like last night, right? Which I did for a little bit, but say I was one of those days where you game for like 10 hours. You don't remember any of it. You remember having, but you know what I mean? Like
barely,
you don't. That's
you
what I'm
don't remember
saying.
shit.
It's the same thing over and over again. No, trust me, I've been deep down that hole, man, where it's just kind of like, but anyway. On to newer things. I want to talk about your aesthetic and your fit and everything. Like you're very, like I said, very welcoming, very like tropical, like you know what I mean with the shirt and the chain. I really like the shirt. You thrift that somewhere?
I did thrift this.
Okay,
I did thrift this. Actually, I think a friend of mine thrifted this for me just because they knew
they knew your style. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's dope. No, seriously, and because every time I see you post something, I'm just like. Because sometimes you see people wear things and they're like, I can tell that they bought that and they're trying that style out. But with you, I can tell you've already found your style. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it looks good and you're comfortable in it. Because sometimes I see people wear things. I know it's not comfortable. You know what I mean? But you're just doing it look good. But you seem very relaxed. And very.
I'm pretty sure of what I like at this point. You know, it took a while. I'll give you that.
Of course. Yeah. You
know
know
what I mean?
it's a process. So it's, no instant gratification. Me, I jump around. I go from like wearing like, I don't even know what you would call this, but shit like this. But then I go to like real formal wear. No, seriously. And then I go to, like super formal, like loafers, long sleeves, shit like that. Nothing wrong with it. And then I go like Midwestern punk white guy with the flannels and the punk shirts. You know what I mean? Then I get into like the streetwear shit. It's just kind of, it depends on what music I'm listening to. Oh yeah, like if I'm listening to a lot of like old 60s, 70s like blues rock bands, I'm wearing a lot more like the long sleeve denim, you know what I mean, like shit like that. But if I'm listening to like hip hop, rap shit like that, I start throwing my sneakers on, you know what I mean, wearing a t-shirt.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I feel like music really sets. I feel like you can tell a lot about a person by the music listening to. So the question I'm about to ask you is: you drove here, right?
I did drive here.
Did you listen to music in the car?
Did I listen to music in the car?
Or is it just silence? That'd be a little scary to be real too. Just a little bit. Not too much though.
I don't think I listened to any music on the way. I was listening to music this morning though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. What were you listening to this morning?
So I'm actually I just got a CD player from my aunt, like one of those like really old timey CD players with the two big speakers.
Yeah.
And like you plug it, the way you plug it in is like these wires that like you have to open this little thing and then plug the wire in.
That's how I do for my speakers.
You know what I'm talking about?
You have to like, because you have to splay the wire so there's enough pull it out. Yeah. And then you have to uncap it, unscrew it, and you have to put it under, then screw it.
Very
It's cool, but it's
cool.
it's very, it's like tangible.
Yeah. I was using that, and she gave me like these like the old CD books.
Okay.
You'd flip through them. They got CDs in them.
Yeah, like I used to have one, but it was for like DVDs for your car. You know what I mean? Like movie.
Exactly
I know exactly
like
what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly like that. She gave me a bunch of them. So this morning I was listening to 3.
Okay.
I was listening to Willie Nelson's Stardust.
I'm semi-familiar.
No,
like I've heard like a song or two of it. Yeah.
And I was listening to Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
yeah,
All right. So Willie Nelson, Aretha Franklin,
and Al Green.
Okay. That's a solid morning. Like, and what do you think? What was the vibe that you were trying to achieve with? Or I don't really like the word vibe. Wait, I take that back. What was the aesthetic that you were trying
The
to?
aesthetic?
Yeah.
I was building a bookcase in my
Okay.
studio.
Okay.
Because I had one and I was like, it's time to build it.
You be
Uh,
reading?
yeah.
Yeah.
From time to time, I actually prefer audiobooks. People are gonna hate me for saying that.
I don't.
But I prefer audiobooks occasionally.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I like the book enough, I'll start the audiobook and then I'll buy the book
Yeah.
and read along with it if I have time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just like it.
Well,
I think it's cool.
it's also like an ease of accessing the audio. Because I like reading the physical copies too. But for some people, like especially if you're, I know my dad runs a lot, right? So he likes to listen to podcasts and audiobooks while he's running. I'm just like, he's not gonna read and you know what I mean, like read and run. And like at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? You know
I do
what
the same thing. I do the same
Better
thing.
than playing video games.
Definitely, very much so.
It's, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's the last book you read?
Last book I read is called Music is History by Questlove.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
It's very cool.
Because I was curious about the author. You know what I mean? Because whenever people include the author name in the book title, they're trying to tell you, like, you know what I mean? Like, but Questlove, that's a valid, like, you know what I mean?
Questlove,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You know what I
If
mean?
you would have said like Larry Brown, it's just some random fucking name. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck does he
Well,
know?
who's this
Yeah,
guy?
who the fuck?
Right.
Yeah, I need to do some research. Questlove, I'll read
I
that
mean,
book.
yeah.
Don't even need to read the cover. I'll just read. You know what I mean?
Which, if you want to borrow the book from me, just let me know.
I would.
It's a good time.
I'm very much a book borrower. And I'd let people borrow my books.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
very much I bought 8 books yesterday at
8
the thrift store for $5.
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
no, it was all books on like I think the one I'm reading right now is like it was how to be chivalrous in like 1970s society, and then it seemed interesting to me. You know what I mean? Like what that meant. You know, so now I'm reading through that, and
Okay.
it's pretty strange to be real with you. It's
How to
very
be chivalrous.
yeah, like well, not in the romantic way, but it was just not only the romantic way, but it was like how to be chivalrous just all through and everything you do. So some of the principles
It's like
still
a Robert Greene book.
yes. No, no, 100%. I like that you said that. No, yeah, 100%. I'm reading that, and I'm reading a book on Peter Green right now.
Okay.
You know, Mr. Fleetwood
Peter
Mac.
Green. Peter Green,
yeah,
Fleetwood
yeah,
Mac.
yeah,
Okay.
Fleetwood Mac.
That's cool, man.
No, I've been getting it because I was at a record store the other day, and this girl walked in, and she told it was the exchange on government. If you should recommend going. A guy named Vincent there
Never
runs
heard of
it.
it.
Love it. It's amazing. Like real crate digging stuff. Anyway, she walked in, and I was looking through some hip hop records, some shit like that, and she was like, "I love Fleetwood Mac. Where's the Fleetwood Mac section?" And she was like, "I love Rumors." I was like, "Okay." I was a little eavesdropping a little bit,
Okay.
and so she went over to the Fleetwood Mac section, and she grabbed the first Fleetwood Mac album, and she was like, "Oh, this is Fleetwood Mac. I'll probably like this." And the guy literally was like, "Honey, that's a completely different sound than Rumors, because old Fleetwood Mac is like bluesy, you know what I mean, shit like that." But she was like, nothing wrong with looking for the Rumors, you know what I mean, poppy shit. Nothing wrong with it. I don't judge, you know what I mean, at all.
You know?
I think the bluesy shit is better, to be real with you. But
I would semi-agree.
yeah,
I would semi-agree.
I just like Peter Green a lot more. He's a great guitarist in my opinion.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. I probably definitely don't know much about guitar as you, but I think my top 3: Jeff Beck. Got to throw Jeff Beck in there. I got the shirt on. You know, I saw him.
Really?
Yeah. This was in DC when this was the last tour of Johnny Depp.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually like 2 or 3 months before he passed. It was kind of didn't realize in the moment. You know what I mean? But like after I was like, damn. I was like glad I got to see him. No,
Yeah.
Jeff Beck, Fenn Robertson, and then maybe Albert King. Probably, yeah, maybe one of the Kings. You got to throw one of the Kings in there. Maybe Freddie King. I don't know. Albert King, Freddie King, and then maybe like I don't know. My dad would say Eric Clapton, but I don't like Eric Clapton that much. He's a little overrated in my opinion. As a songwriter,
You know what? I'll give you that
Yeah,
one.
not as a
I'll give you
guitar.
that
As a guitarist, I think he's amazing.
Yeah, he's a great
As a
guitarist.
songwriter, I don't really know.
I'd agree with that. I agree with that.
What's the song about his son? The Tears in Heaven? Is that
you know
what I'm talking
not
about?
familiar.
They-
Because I like Eric Clapton, but
Yeah.
I'm more into his into just kind of like the myth.
the
around
myth?
Eric
Yeah.
Clapton. You know what I mean?
But do you know the story of what happened to his son and everything?
I don't.
It's kind of morbid. Do you want to hear it? I don't want to kill your vibe.
Come on.
So he had a son, a 2-year-old son, and
Uh-oh.
he fell from a hotel.
Oh,
Yeah. And he wrote
I
a
do
song
know
about it
that.
called like Tears in Heaven. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful, obviously it's very emotional.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. I think it's like a beautiful guitar track, acoustic track. I'll send it to you. Morbid topic though, but no, Eric Clapton, yeah, the whole myth. No, he definitely I think it's definitely Jeff Beck. I had to throw P Degree in there, and I guess Albert King. Is that a respected as a guitar?
That's a very respectable lineup.
okay?
Absolutely. Especially because as of recent, I got into Beck.
Yeah.
Like last couple months recent.
Have you listened through his catalog? Do you have a record player?
I don't have a record player. One, because I actually prefer. I'm starting a CD collection.
Well, I have a couple of his albums on CD, so I will so let you borrow.
Really?
Yeah, I have
Please.
Blow by Blow,
by Blow.
Truth, which is 2 of his albums, which are amazing. The Jeff Beck Group,
Okay.
Jeff Beck's Guitar Shop, which is another one.
Okay.
I know I have 2 of those CDs here, and 2 of them. We'll do a tradesy. You can trade me that book for a little bit, and I'll trade you those CDs.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
Do you know which album is the one with the song Deborah?
Oh. Damn, on the spot. Oh, I don't know off the top of my head.
Because I don't know it, but that song in particular.
I'll just look it up.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about having, these little computers in our phone.
That song in particular is one I got into recently because
Yeah.
when I was listening to it, I was at work and someone was playing that, and I was like, "What is this?" He's like, "Oh, this is Beck," and I was like, "This is Beck."
Yeah.
Like the only experience I'd had with Beck that I knew for sure, like I'm listening to
Midnight
Beck right
Vultures.
now.
Sorry.
Midnight Vultures.
Yeah,
album?
I don't have
Okay.
that album, but Midnight
Okay.
Vultures. Yeah.
I need to get that on CD.
Yeah.
The only experience I'd had with Beck was whenever and like what was it 2016 2015 when he won that Grammy,
Yeah.
like,
I
for
think
Best
I think it was
Alternative Album?
2015. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I was like, who the hell
It's
is
Jeff
this
Beck.
guy? And I listened to it because I'd never heard of Beck, and then like I listened to his album and I was like, I don't like this because I was so young.
Yeah.
I was so young at the time. I was
Yeah.
like, what is this folk alternative album that I've never heard
Yeah.
of this guy? And my cousin, who's he was like my guitar teacher at the time.
Yeah.
He was just like, dude, it's Beck. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean you don't know who that is? And then I listened to Deborah as of recently,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this got to be like a modern song.
Yeah.
Then, and I listened to it, and it's like late '90s, and he's singing like if you took like Steve Lacy and
Yeah.
fused him with Prince.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I listening to?
It's
This is
very-
amazing.
Yeah, no, it's very,
know what I mean?
it's out there. But
It's
it
so
sounds
good.
good. But his sound changes. Like his early, I'm more his earlier stuff, but his later shit is like it's very experimental. It's good, but
Dude, I like it.
no, it's very, and he's always like using weird vocal because his voice isn't amazing. Like it's not traditionally amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so so he has to, which I like.
Yeah, same.
I like the
Very much
fact
so.
that he has to switch it up. Yeah, because not everybody has a good voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we just gotta switch it up. But no, I'm glad that you appreciate Beck. What's your top 3?
My top 3
Guitarist? Yeah, and we can do it in order or not. I don't know if that's harder. We'll just do top 3 no order.
Top
Just
3 no order.
No order. Yeah.
Okay. Man, you know what? I'm gonna have to say Django Reinhardt.
Okay.
Simply because I was just like enthralled by his music since I was like 17.
I only know about him because of my papu, who's a big guitarist. He's super into playing guitar and stuff like that, and he's mentioned that name multiple times.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I think I've heard like one song.
Dude,
so I
he's
might have
nuts.
to. Okay, I might have to check this out.
Nuts French guitarist who only plays with 2 fingers. Think
That's
about that.
crazy.
Plays like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's wild.
nuts.
So from a technical standpoint, how would that not be limiting?
Dude, he created scales. He
Yeah.
like created like certain scales, like because instead of like playing like your traditional how you would play like like
Yeah.
he would go like diagonally
And
because
so
he only had 2
for
fingers.
those who don't know what a scale is, could you give a kindergarten explanation about what a
A
scale is?
kindergarten explanation of a scale.
Yeah.
A scale
For the less
is,
musically inclined.
a scale for lack of a better word is just it's like the building blocks. It's like your alphabet
Okay.
essentially,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
And it can change.
and it can change, yeah. And you form sentences with those alphabets, right?
So they're like, are there certain scales that are like traditional in the sense of like
Yeah, of course. Like
Little-
your major and your minor scales.
yeah.
Your happy scale, your sad scale.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like you got your happy alphabet, your sad alphabet.
So if you went to another guitarist and you never met them and you told them it was like play, you could tell them kind of what just off a couple words like that.
Yeah,
That's-
definitely.
That's super dope.
Definitely. And then like it segues, of course, because
Mhm.
then you start understanding like, okay, well, let's play blues. You have a blues scale.
Yeah.
You can also play the pentatonic scale and the blues scale.
Okay.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What's the point of a bar?
the point of a bar.
Is that like BARRE? The thing isn't that the thing
Oh,
you
like a
put
bar
on-
chord.
Yeah. No, what's the thing that you put on the guitar?
Oh, a capo.
A capo. Oh, yeah, completely wrong. All right. Well, yeah. I don't know why I thought it was a bar.
Capos are just it's just a helping tool
Yeah.
to help people out whenever they're playing chords higher up that like most people play cowboy chords, right? So it's
Yeah.
like you got your fret one here and then the strings, and then like that's when you strum it, it's got like your standard tuning sounds.
Okay.
So people play very easy chords up here,
Yeah.
right? That you don't have to hold down with just one finger.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanted to hold it down with one finger, but you didn't want to have to do all that work, you
Yeah.
just put a capo.
Oh, because okay. I assume one finger it's more difficult. You put more pressure and you got to hold it.
Yeah.
I assume that the way that you like the amount of pressure you put on the string can change the sound of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
okay.
definitely. Pretty
To a
more or
degree.
less, to a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when you first start out, most people don't have the strength to put the
Yeah.
necessary pressure down to even be able to do a single bar chord,
Yeah.
unless you're playing on like a really light string gauge guitar.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, man.
So what do you recommend? So I tried to learn how to play guitar when I was younger, when I was a kid. I kind of just gave up on it after like a couple of sessions. It's one of those, you know what I mean? Which I assume is something that a lot of people do, not just for guitar, but for anything when they give up. But I was always told if you want to learn a guitar, learn on acoustic first.
No.
But so you think learn on electric?
I think you should learn this. You should understand the style you want to play,
Yeah.
the style you want to learn,
Mm-hmm.
and you should go from there.
Okay.
Because I started out on acoustic, and I can tell you right now, I was less motivated to play all the time because acoustic was too hard on my hands.
That's what sucked about it. Because
yeah.
like my teacher's like, Nick, you kind of got to play until your fingers bleed. That's how I was like.
I was that crap.
Okay. Well,
Like I've had people tell me that before, but like
Yeah.
I didn't start actually like playing and loving the instrument until
Yeah.
I bought my first electric.
okay. Yeah, because it's a completely different sound. You know what I mean? Because like I'd be listening to like back then I was listening to like Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, shit like that, right? Which is electric. But now I was practicing on an acoustic.
Yeah,
And
then
I
they'll have you practicing like fucking cowboy chords.
Yeah, and
You
it's
know what
just
I mean?
like not what I want to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my thought process was like, okay, like this is like, because acoustic is a little more. It seems fundamental. You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, okay, if I learn acoustic, that'll probably help when I learn. You know what I mean? Like learn
To an
electric,
extent.
To an extent, yeah.
To an extent, it'll help you with hand strength.
Yeah.
And what's the word for it? Endurance.
Mm.
But like
Because you have to hold more, or
yeah,
you have to put
well,
more.
you have to put more hand strength into it, which will
Okay.
which builds over time from it.
Yeah.
I think that's bullcrap.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can get. First of all, if you get an electric, you have way more frets. Okay, which gives you more time to understand
Wait,
knowledge.
why are there more frets?
Just because the necks are longer.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know if it's a preference thing or it's just like a design thing, but that's just how they're made.
Does that change? So like, okay, so are there certain chords that you can't play on an acoustic that you can play on an electric because there's more frets?
Not that you can't play it, but it's just
difficult?
harder. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's harder.
Huh.
Yeah.
How many guitars do you have? Uh-oh.
I have like 5.
5. Do you have a favorite?
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard. I do kind of have a favorite. Probably my. I tend to favor my classical a lot.
Was it, is that the name of it, or is that
Yeah.
the style? Okay. So
It's like an
classical.
acoustic with nylon strings.
Okay.
It's my
Does the type of strings also change
sound.
the sound? Wow.
Very much so.
I'm learning so much right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
very
dope.
much
This is
so.
dope.
Now the classical one, nylon strings, it gives you like very lo-fi, very Brazilian jazz.
Okay.
Is
Is that the standard for Brazilian jazz to have nylon strings? Or
yeah,
okay.
definitely.
Like if you want to
definitely.
achieve that sound, like there's certain cool.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Which is why I think it's so cool whenever I switch to like an electric and I play those kinds of chords.
Yeah.
You get like a whole new like you can turn Brazilian jazz into like Brazilian jazz rock.
Damn.
Yeah.
So when you're playing this Brazilian jazz, if you classical, what else is with the setup? Do you have like a pedal or
Just me and the acoustic, or if I'm playing with pedals, obviously I have my rainbow machine,
Okay.
which is kick ass by the
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
It's like a chorus delay echo pitch shifter.
Is that what you're using tonight?
Possibly.
You haven't
Possibly.
decided yet?
I haven't decided yet.
Is this
no.
your fit for tonight? Like do you have a day fit and then a show fit, or
I don't know yet because I'm probably gonna wear this. I'm still debating if I'm even gonna perform tonight. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Game time decision.
Yeah. I mean, well, I know the guy at Brickyard really well, and they also have with JW performing, which we'll get into that too.
Yeah, we know we're going to. Yeah.
With JW performing, I know he wants to do like a pretty long set.
Yeah.
And I'm also just kind of feeling under the weather a little bit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So and he's opening for another band. So it's
So
like
you don't want to bite too much.
I don't want to bite too much, and I kind of just want to have a good time tonight.
Yeah.
You know? I don't want to go up there feeling too stressed because I really don't have as much prepared as I thought I would.
Yeah.
So
Trust me. Oh, I've been there where it's just been like not even stuff like that, but just days where I'm like you know, like you planned all week to go out with your friends at the bar that night, and the day comes around, and you're like, kind of just want to stay home and play some Fallout 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just like,
very
and there's
much so.
nothing wrong with that.
Very much so.
No, I'm 100. And I think because I used to be the type where even if I felt bad, I was like, you committed to it, so you should go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I which I think there is some truth to that. But now I think like, but don't force you know what I mean? Like if you're not gonna have a good time at all, you know what I mean? Like, and you're just gonna not enjoy it, then don't. Because for me, I feel like that would bring down the energy. Because I really believe in that. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna bring down the energy of everybody else, just be like, hey man, like I'm not feeling up to it tonight. It's nothing personal. You know what I mean? I just having one of those days. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm about to go.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm about to go listen to some. I don't even know what a sad album it would be for me. I think right now a sad album would be like For Your Eyes Only, J. Cole.
Dude, I love that.
That's my favorite J.
I
Cole
remember when
album.
that came out.
Yeah.
I got like stoned as fuck and listened to that whole album.
Oh, it's amazing. People make
Love
fun
it.
of me for like the album when it first came out.
Dude.
Well, because I had some friends who were like into like the
Haters.
hip hop shit. It was just
Yeah.
it's legit as a hip hop album. It's got Folding Clothes. What is it? Change. Change is
Change is
amazing.
a good ass song.
That's a great track.
great song.
No, like that is an amazing track. But no, I mean I remember people were hating on it. I was like, dude, like, no, I mean it sounds beautiful.
It's so good.
It's great for a rainy day.
Very much so.
Yeah.
I would totally agree with that.
And Folding Clothes is a great love song too.
Yes, it is.
If you want to, you know, I made a playlist for my girlfriend because I'm a simp like that. Did you ever make playlists for any
Me-
loves or anything like that?
Me
Or?
and my girl have a playlist together, actually.
Oh, okay.
We do like a collab thing where we add songs, you know, like just like when we find something that we like that
Yeah.
we think the other person would like, we
Yeah.
just add it.
Aw.
And now we're like 450 songs.
Damn. Okay.
So-
No, that's dope. I mean, because for me, maybe the same way for you. Music is kind of like my love language. You know what I mean?
Same,
Like,
very
yeah.
much so.
'Cause if you connect through music, like I remember, I think I was like walking through Walmart like 2 weeks ago, right? And here's a fatal flaw of mine. I sometimes play music loud when I'm not earbuds. You know what I mean? I'm not walking around like a kid in high school. You know what I mean? Played on a speaker.
Playing on the speaker in your
Yeah,
bag.
yeah, I'm not that guy, but I had the earbuds, right? And so I remember I was like in the aisle, and this guy was right next to me, some older like Hispanic gentleman, and I was
Yeah.
bumping Big L, because Big L is one of my favorite rappers. I don't know why, I don't know what it is about it. I just really like Big L.
Big L.
Yeah, and he heard it. He was like, "Is that Big L?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he dapped me up, and he was like,
Got
"Fuck
good
yeah,
taste,
yeah,
huh?
like good taste." And it was just like a, you know what I mean, like a connection shit. You know what
Hell
I mean?
yeah.
Like, and so I think that rings like the other day I DM'd you because you posted that Robert Glasper. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
it's just
Robert
like,
Glass was awesome.
oh yeah, and
Yeah.
it's just like music because I think what people like about music is being able to relate to a certain emotion in it, right? Like it evokes an
much.
emotion for you.
Yeah.
So if you and me both like the same song, then that means that song both makes us feel something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then that's just like it's a relate. You know what I mean? Like that's a big music is a big thing for me, especially when it comes to like compatibility. Not even for relationships, but just like friendships and stuff.
I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. That's very true, man.
Yeah. One thing that I do is when I go out to the bars with friends, I used to be the type was like, I'm gonna play some underground shit, you know, I'm about to put you on some shit. But now I do throwbacks. Call Me Maybe, Carly Rae Jepsen. I throw some Ice Spice in there.
Maybe Carly Rae Jepsen.
Next, if you're no, trust me. Listen, if you ever go out to listen, I'm gonna set you up for success right here.
Okay.
Next time, if you ever go out to the bar with anybody, you know what I mean, you're DDing or whatever, you know, you're driving, and everybody else is crunk in the back seat, throw Call Me Maybe on the aux. It'll work.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a shot.
Because I'm telling you, because the bass line, it comes in hard. I'm telling you, bro, it is
I'll give it a shot.
I've thrown it on with sorority girls, it works, frat boys, it works, hood guys, it works, every demographic. It's tried and true. This is the Nick at Night, Nick Frewin certified. And if it doesn't work, I'll
You know what?
Yeah,
I'll take your word
I'm
for it.
telling you.
I'll take your
I'm
word
telling
for it.
you.
I'll take your word for
I've
it.
been doing a lot of throwbacks in the car because if you think about it, after when you're drinking and stuff on the way back, people want to do sing-alongs.
Sing-alongs are the best, especially when you're drunk.
Call Me Maybe is a
Call
sing-along.
Me Maybe is yeah. It's kind of, I don't know if there's like a category like for sing-alongs, that's S tier.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I'll give you my 4 rotation. All right. Call Me Maybe. Then I do Boys a Liar Part 2. I segue into that, which is some modern
It's a good
shit.
ass song.
Yeah.
I love Ice Spice.
And then I go Love Story Taylor Swift for song 3.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. And then 4, completely switch, Headlines by Drake. And those,
Hell yeah.
I'm telling you, bro.
Hell yeah.
That always,
Headlines by
I'm
Drake.
telling you, because that, no matter what demographic you are, no matter what type of music you like, one of those songs works for you.
You know what?
Try,
I'm gonna take some advice from you, bro. I'm gonna. Damn, bro.
Nick at Night
Nick at
certified,
Night, bro.
man.
Nick
I'm
at
telling
Night.
you.
Throwing some Childish Gambino in there.
Oh yeah, I would.
3005, you know.
3005, I would love 2005. I would
Heartbeat?
even do. There's a 3005 alternative version that's on SoundCloud that he did. Like it was a cut verse, but it's on SoundCloud. You can find it. I'll find it and send it to you. It's really, I've
Really?
been really deep into like I've been listening to. I really like Shmino. He's probably one of my favorite hip hop
Smino?
artists. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Shmino. But he's got this mixtape called "She's Already Decided." Have you heard it?
I have not. It's good.
It's sampled a lot, so that's why he can't put it on streaming platforms. But I'm telling you, listen to it on like it's
Okay.
not it's the artist it's uploaded is under like Dave or Davis on. Just look up Sherry Decided. It's got a song called Fronto Isley on it, which is fucking like it's such a good mixtape. Like
Okay.
it's good for smoking, good for breakfast, good for like whatever.
Fuck yeah.
He's got this line in it which went over my head at first. You know Basquiat, like the artist. Do you
Maybe-
know of the yeah? There's this basically something Basquiat. He was a black artist in like the 70s, 80s. I think he died early, but he's like really renowned for painting or stuff like that.
Okay.
Anyway, he's got a bar which I thought was fucking great. He said, "She's an artist with a tongue. She's my Josquiat." Like Basquiat, Josquiat.
Oh shit.
It went over- You see what I'm saying? It's
That's
one of those,
hard.
yeah, it is hard.
That's
That's what I'm
hard.
saying. It went over my head too at first. I heard it. I was like, it's like that Lil Wayne line. I don't remember. But there's like a classic Lil Wayne line where he says something like, I can't even remember right now, but it's one of those lines like where you hear it and you can hear it like
It
100
goes
times.
over your head.
It goes, but then when you
But
hear it,
you're like, oh.
damn, am I dumb? Like I'm always like, damn, I feel like I should have.
I feel like I should have known that.
That's what gets me into hip hop because I listen to
Yeah.
shit and I'm like, because I'm always like, damn, maybe I'm still missing stuff. You know what I mean? Especially like the older shit.
Yeah. I totally get that.
So we're gonna get into JW. We're gonna get into JW, but first, you said you used to be into the hip hop stuff, right?
Yeah, I used to rap.
You used to rap. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
like,
was,
what type of
I was in a rap group.
Okay.
We were called Loners Boulevard.
Loners Boulevard? Okay.
Yeah, it was me and a few guys you're familiar with. Thursday,
Oh, okay. I know
Avo,
Okay.
Gnarly Matt,
I know
aka
the
Gnarly
name.
Kami.
Okay, I know. Yeah. Okay.
This guy Roshi and this other guy Beast Boy
How did this?
and Callan. I don't know if you know Callan.
Lonely Boulevard.
Loners Boulevard. It's
Loners
actually
Boulevard.
tatted on my wrist.
Okay.
Loners.
Loners Boulevard. Okay.
Loners Boulevard.
And what?
Yeah.
How did this start?
So me, Thursday, Avo, and Matt all went to high school together. We all
In
went to
BR.
McKinley.
McKinley.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had already started. Them three had already started, and they asked me to be in the group
Mm-hmm.
because I was making just like beats
Yeah.
at the time on GarageBand.
Oh,
And
nice,
That was like
nice.
that was what I was doing.
Yeah.
Which I still do to this day.
Hey, nothing. Listen, man. Steve Lacy makes those this on his fucking phone, which
Who-
is
My
it's-
biggest inspiration behind it was Steve
Yeah,
Lacy,
yeah.
right? So I was super into that, and it was very welcoming. Like I love those guys. You
Yeah.
know, like
So we're
we were
talented.
all of us were pretty inseparable for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Me, Thursday, Avo, Matt. Like you couldn't see any of us without at least one of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Like friend group, like
Yeah.
some solid
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, as time goes on, things happen.
Yeah.
Like we performed at House of Blues in New Orleans.
Oh wow.
We won a 3-city tour,
Damn.
which hasn't happened yet because we went our separate ways.
Yeah.
I still keep up with Avo and Thursday, obviously, all the time.
Yeah.
Matt as well.
Yeah.
The other ones we don't really talk as much anymore, but it's all love.
I was kind of mentioned this just earlier. Like, there's nothing. There's a lot of people think that for like, and I use this in a romantic sense, but it's like any sense, right? Just because a relationship is good doesn't mean it has to last forever, right?
Yeah,
Like you
very
can
much so.
have like a great relationship for like 3 or 4 months, and then just grow in separate directions. And a lot of people are in the sense of like, oh, bitter, you know what I mean? But like, dude, like, there's got to be no negative energy about it. You know what I mean? Y'all just aren't going the same direction anymore, and that's okay. Like
Very much so.
it was good while it lasted.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's not tarnish the memory of it by bringing all this negative energy into
Yeah.
it. No. So I mean, I don't know if that applies, but it sounds like that might. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it sounds like you still got a lot of love for these guys.
Yeah,
so.
I still love them
Yeah.
a ton.
Yeah.
And of course, I ended up moving on from that group.
Mhm.
Ended up working with like Old Spanish,
Okay.
Mirko Hendricks, Cobain, who
Okay.
I don't know if you know Cobain.
I know the name.
Him and Jaira are good buddies as well.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I have stuff in the vault, some rap songs in the vault with Jaira and Cobain.
I would love to hear either, like any
yeah,
of these.
it's good stuff.
Yeah,
and all self-produced also.
Oh, wow.
After I left Loners, I decided personally that I would never use a YouTube beat again.
Yeah.
And that still holds to this day.
I think that's fair. I think that's smart. You know what I mean? Because also like, because it's cool, but when someone produces the track, not even produces it, like it's cool when they do produce it themselves, right? But just when it's a beat that's kind of you got from somewhere else, it's not as genuine or vintage, I guess. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when you make the beat yourself, or you selected the beat yourself, you know what I mean? Like for you, that shows that I feel like that appreciation, that art form, or that craftsman work will show through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's very, you can feel it.
Yeah,
don't
I
know
agree.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt about it in the moment. But
Yeah.
also, like, after being away from it for so long and,
Yeah.
like, kind of, like, watching the scene, especially just the rap scene in general, progress.
Yeah.
I mean, Thursday is probably, like, one of my favorite rappers right now.
No,
easily.
I would agree.
Like,
with
I
you.
could listen to his music right now, and, like, I still get chills from half the songs that
He's so
he was
talented.
making. He did it so good, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And like so last week I did a show. I do a radio show, Underground Sounds, where it's all like hip hop from 9/11 Mondays. Anyway, I did a Baton Rouge edition, right, 1 hour, and I played some Thursday on it. And so a couple hours before my show, I was hanging out with a bunch of frat boys. Just to be real, see some frat boys, and they were listening to my shit. They all really fucked with Thursdays. It was it was off Mr. Shine, like Above the Rim or something like one.
Dude.
That song is bumping.
Above the Rim is
no, it's a
bussin'.
great track. And they were like, they all went and followed him on Spotify. And they're like, he's got. I'm like, yeah, he's just like, I don't know, how he's underground.
He's playing the long game for real.
Oh no, for sure.
And that's what made me realize, because I was like, the ability to take something that's not yours, like a beat, and make it your own, is a skill in itself.
Oh,
and he's really, really good at that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But the thing I like about him is he can do so many different sounds. Like, you know what I mean? Like he can do some gritty shit, you know what I mean? Some boom bap, but then he can do some melodic.
He can do some melodic, and then he can even get psychedelic.
No,
you know
I
what
know.
I mean? So Avatar State.
Yeah. He was here one day when I first started doing this. We're gonna do a new episode of re-release one with him because I didn't get video of him. I was like, I gotta get video. You know what I mean? Of you. Like,
I think you should. That'd be kick ass.
But we had such a great conversation. Anyway, I drove him home to his place, and we just hung out in his car for like an hour, just listening to music, smoking and shit. And he playing like unreleased shit. I was like, dude, like, there's this line from somebody, I can't remember right now who it is or what it is. You might know if I tell you. He's like, your best shit couldn't beat my worst shit. That's how I felt listening to it. And then that shit was his worst shit or anything like that. I feel like a lot of these rappers, their best shit couldn't beat his unreleased shit. And I was like, why haven't you dropped this? He's like, I don't know, I'm still working on it. I'm like,
it's true, man.
How are you?
It's crazy.
And everybody also has
crazy.
Everybody also only has good words about him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because sometimes we'll talk about people in the hip hop scenes. People won't shit on them, but they won't like profuse say how much they. But everybody I mentioned Thursday to that knows Thursday, it's like, oh yeah, he's him. Like, which is crazy to me. Yeah. Like, it's like, I don't know. I feel really lucky to know who he is and to be tapped into that music. And like,
it's especially crazy to me because like a lot of these rappers, like they're really big on social media. Yeah. They push their stuff every day.
Yeah.
Dude, Thursday chills.
He just makes art. He barely promotes his art, bro.
He barely promotes his music. But like, you ask anybody, like, oh, you ever listen to Thursday? And then they've heard his music. They'd be like, do I listen to Thursday?
Like it's in the rotation.
You know what I mean? It's in the rotation right now. What you mean?
No, I think I've heard probably like 40, 50 songs of him. There were probably like 4 songs that I wouldn't play again. That says you know what I mean? That's a pretty high fucking rate, and also subjective. You know what I mean? That's we were talking about that earlier. Like say you send me a song, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think it's good. I wouldn't tell you it's bad. I would just say it's not for you. Know what I mean? Like because music is subjective at the end of the day. That's why when I started this, I used to ask people, what are your top 5 like hip hop artists, right, of all time? Because I would word it, what are yours? I wouldn't say what are the top 5 because I don't think there's a way.
Yeah, there's no way to define.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, if we're going by numbers, it'd have to be like Drake or something like that. Which I'm not arguing that. If you know, what I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
I think there's a good case for him. But
like when people were doing the rap Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you have to do. But then for me, I'd put Big L.
Yeah,
on mine
personally. Yeah,
it'd be Q-Tip. Also, I love not Tribe. Dude, I could get it. I love Tribe Called Quest, but his solo work. He has a 2008 album, The Renaissance. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's like him holding up a mixing board or something like that. Purple. He's worn like a great.
I have seen that, but I haven't listened to it.
If you only listen to one recommendation that I'm telling you that album is fucking fantastic. My girl knows that's one that only she can play that at any time, any track off it, and it's banging. The only other album that I ride that hard for is there's this artist from Chattanooga, Tennessee called YG Tut. He's a rapper.
Okay.
He has an album. He's in the same campus as Isaiah Rashad, in the same collective, The House, or I don't know if they're still in it. But
kick ass.
he has a 2016 album called Preacher's Son. it is probably I'm not even kidding you. It is probably for me a top 5 hip hop album of all time. And I listen to a lot of hip hop. And like no, I listen. I'm not
That's
just
high praise, bro.
I no, and I'm telling you, like I play one of those songs on my show every week. Like it
Send it
is.
to me.
I'm gonna send it to you right after this. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful. But it's also like it's not only hip hop, like rap. It's got like he's got this one track called "Angel of Sheba May." Really nice, beautiful female artist vocalizing on it, and he's just like spoken word. I'm telling you, it's really like
I like shit like that.
Oh, I know, me too. I also will say that some people say I have not terrible taste, but my taste in hip hop and stuff is very like my favorite Kanye album is 808s and Heartbreak. I got it right here. I just love that album. It's his
that
most
album too.
emotional. You know what I
Very
mean?
much
Like,
so. Love Lockdown.
oh my, dude, like seriously, dude, like any of that, you can just throw that on. So I have a question. We're gonna 180 this, all right?
Come on.
And I have a girlfriend, you have a girlfriend. So, but this is just a hypothetical, okay? What is the ideal first date like for you, right? Like if you had to recommend a first date, say you got a homie, he's talking to a girl, and he's like, Looper, Sunscxpe, I need you. Sorry, Daily Looper is such a good name, by the way, but I like Sunscxpe too. Sorry, but that was the first one that popped in my head. Anyway, I need you to come up with a date plan. Like, what's your? Because I'm for first dates, I always get coffee or drinks.
Okay.
Because it's easy. Because in the sense of like, because me, I do first dates. I'm not trying to date you. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go on a second date, right? So drinks or coffee, you can get a little espresso. And if it's a bad conversation, you can get out in like 20, 30 minutes, right? That's kind of like, so for you, I guess, what's your go? What would you recommend?
I would say to do something like personally.
Yeah.
Do something personally to something to kind of test who you're going out with.
Okay. So like
in a way.
like
Not like get psychological and be like a psychopath,
yeah.
but like
yeah, put some pressure on her. You know what I mean?
But like
Stress
do
her
something
out.
you like,
Yeah.
not just something that you think you both would like. Do something you like.
Yeah.
To see that if you've got like whether you've got
Connection.
conflicting interests or
Yeah.
if like if she likes what you're doing also,
Yeah.
like a perfect first date in my opinion would be like hey, I'm going to play by the lake today.
Yeah.
I'll probably bring like some drinks or something once you come hang out.
Like a little picnic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play
That sounds
guitar and
amazing.
sit by the lake. It's something I do ritually once you
Yeah.
come and hang out.
Because that's a good point. Because a relationship at the end of the day is just you fitting somebody else into your daily life, right?
Yep.
And so if they have to be not willing, but you know what I mean. They have to be cool with the things that you already do in your normal life. I'll just say this: I know some guys who start dating a girl, and their entire routine switches up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I'm just
I
like,
can't do that.
that's not sustainable.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Like y'all are going out every day and you're doing things I know you're not really enjoying, but you're only enjoying it because of the girl. Does that make sense? Like the
Yeah.
honeymoon phase. But after
Yeah.
that rolls out,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and which is why I appreciate my girl so much. Which I don't want to like talk about it too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no worries.
But I appreciate her so much because she comes with zero drama.
yeah.
Like she never asked me to like buy her anything.
Yeah.
She never asked me to do the most. She doesn't like fucking freak out on me if I don't call her for
Yeah.
like 2 days
Yeah.
because I'm like in my head and like trying to do music and need to cut off the
Yeah.
world for a little while. Like
yeah.
she's there when I
She
need her and
understands
she
you.
understands, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
I'll just say I'm not also on the same way. I don't want to get to it, but I can relate to that. You know what I mean?
You know
It's
what I
such a nice feeling. You know what I mean? It's just
so
because like
good.
no, because you don't have to explain anything. You know what I mean? Or it's
know
just
what I'm saying?
on the same page. But you don't have to work to get on the same page. You're already there. That's the difference.
Exactly.
Because some people have to work to get to it, but you're like, I get it.
It's
no,
like
I
it's
get what you're saying.
psychological. Like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like the connection is just it's otherworldly, bro.
So okay, and so just gonna ask you this: do you
up?
think that since since this has happened for you or came into your life, do you think it has affected your maybe the way you play music or stuff like that, or like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, because emotionally it makes sense. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Like when we first started talking, we weren't dating at the time.
Yeah.
I remember she came and stayed at my house, and we were sleeping in. This was whenever the studio was also my room.
Mhm.
And she was like we'd hung out all day. It was a great time, and she
Yeah.
went to sleep. And I wanted to work on some music. And normally when I work on music around women that I'd been with,
Yeah.
it just like stuff just wouldn't hit. And like I don't know. That night I made like 4 or 5 beats, and I never make 4 or 5 beats a
Yeah.
night. And all of them I really liked.
Yeah.
So I knew immediately. I was like, dude, if I can make music and she's here just like sleeping, chilling,
Yeah.
and like the vibe is that I'm making this and I'm having fun doing it
Yeah.
while she's here, you can't
Yeah.
go wrong.
Oh,
You know what I
that's
mean?
yeah, because it's
You
kind of
can't
like
go wrong.
I'm not a superstitious person, but I also say don't fix what's not broke. You know what I
Very
mean?
true.
So if like
Very true.
I know because sometimes because I have to get clean all of my hip hop songs like for my show and shit, right? Sometimes so it's cool because like there might be some girls who like they don't want to sit there and watch you do that or do whatever. You know what I mean? Like parallel play types. Like my girl, she'll read
She'll sit there and not say a word.
she'll read her little book. You know what I mean? And be
She'll
like,
just sit there
yeah.
chilling.
Amazing, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not like a forced thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's that sounds very nice. I glad we're I can relate to that. So we're at 50 minutes right now. It hasn't felt like 50 minutes, but we're gonna keep rolling for a little bit more.
Okay.
JW.
JW.
Who's
yeah.
that? What is that? Why are we talking about that?
So
I know why we're talking about that, but for the
yeah, JW Francis.
Okay.
He's an indie artist. I've been listening to him since like 2020. Maybe 2021. I think 2021. His songs Lo-Fi in New York I found on my Discover Weekly.
Okay.
And I was like, man, this guy's really good. Like
Yeah.
his numbers weren't like amazing, but they're like in the millions now.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, so you were tapped in.
Up.
You were.
Yeah, dude has
Yeah,
blown up.
yeah.
And I saw on this band that I'm pretty familiar with called Indigo Waves.
Okay.
They posted that they were opening for him
Mhm.
at a show, and I was like, "Oh, holy crap! I love this guy." I commented it,
Yeah.
and he liked my comment,
Mhm.
and so I followed him, and I reached out to him, and I was like, "Yo, I love your music. If you're ever in New Orleans for a show, let me know. I'll come." And he immediately hit me back like 5 minutes later, and
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, I was supposed to perform out there on the 8th, but the guy never hit me back." And I was like, "Oh, well, I mean, if you still wanted to do something out here, if you have time, I might be able to get you a show in Baton Rouge."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm down." And long story short, got him a show at Brickyard. And
Oh, is that what this is? Like, so that
yeah.
was, oh, damn.
yeah, I
So-
got him a show at Brickyard. He asked me to open for him, but I didn't know that they were going to get another band.
Yeah.
So because I was like, oh, well, just 2 artists
Yeah.
the night.
No,
Okay,
that makes
that'd be
sense.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, long story short,
Damn.
that's happening. He's staying at my crib tonight, actually.
Oh,
I
shit.
think he's on the way right now.
That's pretty fucking
Yeah.
dope.
Fucking right. Yeah,
Dude.
super cool guy. You should definitely check out his stuff if you like.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna send you Preacher Son, and you can send me some of his stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll do a little tradesies.
A little trade?
Yeah, a little music trade. I like sending music to people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
Yeah.
such a like, because again, like for me, like I said earlier, like music is my. Not to be gushy, but love language. You know what I mean? I don't mean that in
Yeah.
you know,
No,
not
I'm the
not
same
romantic
way.
sense, but it's just, you know what I mean? It's like a friend. Like, yeah, like
I get it.
no, send you some music. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know when you feel comfortable sending music to somebody, and like one thing I really started thinking about recently is I'll send music to you, and I don't want you to like it. I want you to figure out like I want you to like it, but if you don't like it, it's not a big deal. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes like I'll send music to people. And I can tell that they don't like it, but they'll say they like it. I'm like, no, it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Like, I'm just
If you
sending
don't like
I'm
it,
sending you
yeah.
music I like.
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't like it. It's just music I like. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree. It's very true.
Yeah, that's a change that I've went to recently. Probably like last 6-7 months to be real with you. Like, because sometimes I would share music with somebody only knowing that they for sure would like it. You know what I mean? But now, like Preacher Son, I love it. I think you'll appreciate it artistically, but
Yeah.
you might not love it as much as I do, which is okay. You know what I mean?
What the fuck?
Oh, it's here. It's a little Annie.
He's just hanging out, bro.
Oh.
He's chilling.
You can't even hear it. Wouldn't it be cool if you could hear like
Yeah.
like little, like little feet just running, some ASMR. That's another thing. So I'm the station manager here at KLSU. Just to give you a little bit of context, it's gonna make sense when I tell you this next question.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out. Obviously, I'm in charge of all our programming at the moment, right? Figuring out what shows we have. And right now, since the summer, we don't have too many shows. We got like spec shows, but we have like a new wave show, like 80s shit, right? We got a punk show, we got a hip hop show, we got a French show, and we got another Cajun show in the mornings, right?
Holy crap.
What do you think we should add?
I mean,
Give me a genre.
if
No,
I'm
I know
being
there's
real-
there's a lot of opportunities there.
If I'm being real, I would add I think you should throw in an indie alternative.
an indie
definitely.
alternative, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I 100% think so.
Okay.
Especially just because like when I was like 15, 16, like whenever I really started getting into music, like my biggest inspirations for music, like going into it, to want to learn guitar and to just get into it, Mac DeMarco, obviously.
Yeah.
Home Shake, which not a lot of people know.
Yeah.
But I love Home Shake. He was actually a band member in Mac DeMarco's
I didn't know
tour
that.
band.
Really?
Yeah, they grew up together. They're like really good
Wow.
buddies. Those two were like my main two going into it. And like I feel like a lot of people out here, they might know them, but they probably don't like know a lot of their stuff. And I feel like knowing you, how you listen to music, you're probably a lot like me.
Yeah.
Where when you find an artist and you really like them,
Yeah.
you dive in.
It's a full send.
You
Yeah.
dive
Yeah.
in.
It's,
Like I go for like first album, first song, all the way through and on.
It's not like, no, it's something like with Fallout. Like if I like it, I'm like, let me get all of it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even if I listen to an album, I don't like it. That's what
I'll
question
still listen to it.
Yeah, like I would like to figure out, like, because it's their journey, you know, as an artist. So with that being said, did you listen to that long ass album that Mac DeMarco just? It wasn't even.
Oh,
just like
his instrumentals.
And instrumentals, yeah. Did you? I mean, how long? It was like 9 hours long, or wasn't it? It was like super fucking long, or maybe it was.
I don't even know how long it was, but so I have a problem.
Okay.
With when I find an artist that I like, if I really like them enough, I'll make a playlist of their entire discography of all the songs. So I immediately, when I saw that it was like over 100 songs, I was like, time to start a playlist of all those songs that I like. Yeah. And I did that. So.
Yeah. And what do you? Because I haven't listened. I've listened to a couple of it, but I'm honest with you, it's such a it's like a big book. Like you need to have the time for it. I just don't have the time to digest that right now.
Yeah.
What do you? Give me a quick review.
Review.
Wait. No. Give me a 3-word review.
3-word review.
That's one.
You know what? I'd say, let's see. That's the best way to put this. Not really expected.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like if I'm being completely honest, what it is, it's just the culmination of all of the music that he had worked on, and like didn't think he'd do anything with it.
I thought it was just stems and shit. Like I didn't know if that's what it is. It
More
just
or
stems
less.
and shit?
Like there are a few with lyrics.
Yeah.
But most of it is just like beats.
Oh, I might be into that because I'm really into Cooking Soul. Cooking Soul is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Like he does like really cool tapes. Like the one he just released, it was like Whatever Volume 4. It's all like freestyles that he threw over. Like you might be into it, like a lo-fi, like jazzy beats.
I am.
And
it
was very much. It had me actually going back while I was at work yesterday, rewatching like hip hop and like radio freestyle, which is one of my favorite things. Something we're gonna start doing a SpotCheck, by the way. So here we no. Well, actually, I kind of go with beats lined up. Not that I want you to freestyle, but no, I have a couple beats for some rappers that said they'd be interested in doing. Because I think for a hip hop oriented show, you know what I mean?
I could do that actually.
What?
I could definitely freestyle. Not right now,
Oh.
but like if you ever wanted me to be on,
we could bring you back.
Yeah,
we could bring. I'll play you one of the beats after this, just so you can hear it. You know what I mean? Just the selection.
Yeah,
you know what
definitely.
I mean? Yeah, we'll do that.
I actually have a question for you.
Oh shit! This has never happened before.
Really?
No one ever asked me questions.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Right now, what are your 3 favorite artists?
Tory Lanez. I'm gonna throw. I know. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Tory Lanez recently.
Okay.
Like 4 a.m. in my car belting Tory. Like a lot.
Thursday likes him a lot too.
No, yeah. So actually, me and him connected with that because Tory Lanez is very versatile. Like he does so much shit, but his R&B, like. Oh, listen, I gotta go right now, but something about the toxic. It just. Yeah. I have the same birthday as Bryson Tiller. That's why they call me the White Bryson Tiller.
Holy shit.
No one calls me that.
I mean,
you can
I'll call you that.
Finally, somebody. All right, cool. Me and him have the same birthday, so I was like White Bryson Tiller and Avo. I told that to Avo. He's like, Nick, no one calls you that. Like, all right, man. Well, you could start. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
That's hilarious.
So Tory Lanez. David Gates from a band named Bread.
Bread out here.
Yeah, no, yeah. So there's like a 70s soft rock band.
Oh.
Yeah, called Bread. David Gates is their lead singer, and he has an album called Goodbye Girl. I just got it on vinyl. Fucking amazing.
Good
like
shit.
No, like soft rock, just like very. I'll send you that too. I'm gonna send you that. Tory Lanez, David Gates. Gotta go for rapper now. Ooh, I don't know, dude. Like, I can always say Big L, but I haven't been listening to that much Big L recently. Let me look. Let me look at my Spotify so I can, even though it's not gonna guide it completely. Let me see what's on. I've been listening to a lot of Bryson Tiller actually recently.
Okay.
So maybe Bryson Tiller instead of Tory Lanez. There's this guy. He's not my answer, but there's this artist named Forrest Ripperton. Super small. He's a fashion designer, but he makes music. You would really like that song "Lover," I think.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Fuck yeah.
I think you would like it. Everyone I played it for has really liked it. I think it's just a good song. But he has I think he's like 700 followers on Spotify. Like super small shit. I'm gonna send that to you too.
Okay.
A rap album I've actually really been liking recently, and I don't know how it's gonna come across. I've been really liking Jackman by Jack Harlow. His new,
Really?
I don't know why. Like I'm not. I used to be something about him, not because he white because of anything, but just like I didn't understand his story. But I learned his story, and it was
Yeah.
cool. And I saw some freestyles he did recently online. I thought they were dope, like some like back in the day.
Yeah.
But Jackman is just—it's a very authentic, raw hip hop album. I
like
really
Jack
fuck
Harlow.
with it.
I remember people used to always be like, "Y'all got the same hair."
Oh no, I kind of do. Yeah, now that you say that. All right, no, okay. So final answer: Tory Lanez, David Gates, and Cookin' Soul. It's Cookin' Soul because Cookin' Soul is kind of a cheat answer because he has a lot of features. So you know what I mean. Like, that's kind of how I'm gonna do that one. Yeah, those are my. No one ever asked me that. Damn, that was dope.
Fucking right. Hell yeah.
Dope. Well, we just hit an hour, so I think we'll definitely bring you back. I'll definitely bring you back. I've never done that before, but I feel like we have more conversation we could have, and there's other artists I want to bring back on for more conversation. So we'll bring you back. Maybe
Cool.
you could bring your guitar and you could show me some shit.
I'm big down.
Yeah, we could do something cool.
That'd be a good time.
Is there any words of wisdom that you want to leave the camera or anything? Yeah, you can look directly in the camera, leave a word of wisdom for the audience.
Words of wisdom.
Or,
Actually,
or
I have something that I'm gonna read off my phone.
Oh, absolutely. I'm ready
All
for
right.
it.
This is from We the Urban on Instagram.
Okay.
I really love them.
All right.
Never underestimate how much of a privilege it is to have access to your energy.
I think I understand. But I'm gonna sit on that and actually, because you know what I mean. Sometimes people say they understand a little too quickly. I'm gonna sit on that. No,
Yeah.
I think that's true. It's something that like I've been working on recently. I feel everyone should work on it. You know, because at the end of the day, your energy is all you got. Not it's all you got. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things that like you can really control it, but you got to be mindful of it. You know
Very
what I
true.
mean? Like, yeah. No, I think that was very very profound.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, this has been Nick Frewin here on SpotCheck, and it's been a good episode. This has been a new episode here with Sunscxpe, and it has been very interesting. We're gonna bring him back. He's gonna play some guitar. He's gonna freestyle.
Big down.
It's all gonna happen. All right. Thank you guys. This has been SpotCheck, Nick Frewin, and I will see you again next week.